The Human Brain by Aniston Morris. This is a diagram of the brain. There is the cerebrum, the cerebral cortex, the thalamus, the hypothalamus, the corpus callosum, the pituitary gland, the reticular activating system, the pons, the medulla, and the cerebellum. The cerebral cortex. The outer layer of the cerebrum that plays an important role in consciousness. The cerebrum. The most anterior part of the brain. It consists of two hemispheres, left and right. It is responsible for the integration of complex sensory neural functions and the initiation and coordination of voluntary activity. The corpus callosum. Nerve fibers that join the two hemispheres of the brain. The thalamus. Relays sensory information and acts as a center for pain perception. The hypothalamus. Coordinates the autonomic system, think automatic, and the activity of the pituitary gland, controls body temperature, thirst, hunger, etc. It is also involved in sleep and emotional activity. The pituitary gland. Controls growth and development and functioning of other endocrine glands. Pons. Part of the brainstem that has neural pathways that conduct signals from brain to cerebellum to medulla to the thalamus. The reticular activating system. Responsible for regulating wakefulness and sleep-to-wake transitions. Its most influential component is the reticular formation. The medulla. Responsible for autonomic and voluntary functions like vomiting and sneezing and even breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. The cerebellum. Coordinates and regulates muscular activity. This is another diagram of the brain. It explains the lobes. There's the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the occipital lobe, and the temporal lobe. The brainstem and the cerebellum are also present in this picture. The frontal lobe. It controls your personality, suppresses socially inappropriate behavior, predicts consequences of actions, and plays a big role in the choice between good and bad actions. The parietal lobe. It interprets touch, plays a role in knowing numbers and their relationship with each other, and helps with understanding objects, shapes, and space. The occipital lobe. Processes and makes sense of visual information. The temporal lobe. Helps perceive and interpret sound and plays a role in recognition. The brainstem. It allows the information to transfer between the brain and body and controls many autonomic functions. Think back to the medulla. The cerebellum. As mentioned in the previous diagram, it coordinates muscular activity.